Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Gill Stadium for today's matchup between the Memorial Crusaders and the Nashua South Panthers. My name is Kyle Heap from Manchester Public Television. Game starting a few minutes early. We already got one out here in the top of the first inning with Manny Castro doing the pitching. This is going to be a good one here. It's a warm 63-degree spring day. Along with me up here in the booth is Mr. Michael Gonzalez. Michael, Memorial trying to get on their winning ways. They've been close, but no cigar. And now we'll see what they can do here on this last Friday of April, the 28th. And here we are at a 4 o'clock start.
Well, I say their best shot at getting a win is with their pitcher starting, Manny Castro. He can do it at the plate. He can do it all over. So he's their stud. They're going to try to ride him for a victory tonight.
We'll love to see that for sure as Nashua South coming into this game with, they're doing all right, 3-3 on the year and now popped up in the air. Let's see if anyone's able to get it. And no chance on that one. A little too foul. So that puts 2 strikes up in the air. We have no scoreboard operator here today. So it's going to be you and I that have to work even extra harder to make sure that we have everything correct. And now try to get strike 3. The pitch outside by a little bit.
A little bit high, a little bit outside. But it's 3-2 now. And, we've seen him go deep in counts with hitters this year. And about half the time it goes well and half the time it doesn't. So we'll see what happens here.
Again, one out here in the bottom, top of the
missed.
first. And unfortunately, that results in a full count walk. And now South with their first base run of the day. And we'll see what they can do with this speed. And at first base will be.
That just missed high. I mean, it couldn't have been closer.
Well,
That's
Dean
it.
Adams up to bat now. 2 lefties in a row is going to make things a little bit difficult here, but that's opportunity.
It does. It's awkward. You're not, they say about 85% of people are righties, so, you got to figure you see one in a lineup, one every lineup. So when you have 2 in a row, it's a little different. Looks like he's going to have some issues with his underglove here.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing for sure is trying to come over and figure things out. A little delay in the stoppage in the game to start things off.
Could have used that in the beginning, huh?
Certainly. We would have loved to have had that, but Memorial coming in this game 1-6. They have a chance to, get another victory here if Manny can find the strike zone here. Is falling behind a little bit in the count.
Yeah, when Manny's running hot, he's running hot. When he's struggling, it seems to be a big inning potential.
Now ground ball easily to first base. That will take the easy out.
That's the right play.
Didn't think it was going to be a 3-6-3 double play and 3 unassisted. So now 2 outs here, and Manny's starting to feel the excitement of trying to get out of this inning. But again, a runner at second base, he's got to be able to be smart here. And Isaiah Hedquist will be the batter here for the Panthers.
That was a smart play getting the out, Kyle. I mean, outs are a premium. They haven't, I wouldn't say struggled, but they haven't been on point on defense this year. So get the out, get 2 outs, moving on. Smart play.
High ball right there for the first pitch to Hedquist. And now Castro kind of coming out of the stretch position. And the throw home. Oh, inside. Nearly hit him there, but a little bit of a shifting made sure that he did not get
a shift. You got to shift. You got to get out of the way.
All those fun things.
Ooh, nice deuce right there. Hooked it in there for the strike. Got the call, and that was a nasty one. That was like a 12-6.
Tough to hit those when you were expecting the ball to move, but it didn't.
This is a beatable team for Memorial. 3-3 record, it's not overpowering. It's good enough to, it's playoff contention.
For sure. And would like to see what they can do here. Would love to see it. Behind the plate is Ed Iman. Oh, he hits it up the middle here. It's going to get all the way to the Rivera. Rivera to throw home.
Yeah, no chance.
Will not be in time, and the Panthers go up 1-0 here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, you're better off just eating that ball or not eating it, but getting it into second because now there's a runner in scoring position. If he just went right to second, he would have held him at bay at first. But nice stroke of hitting by Hedquist there.
Well, I was able to move up to second on the throw, so we'll give them an RBI single, and we'll see what Jake O'Connor can do here. Now the next batter.
So that was, Just got to shake it off. Seems to be
Fastball
all right.
on the outside.
Seems to be throwing pretty well today. It's a great day for throwing. Baseball is hard, though.
Jake O'Connor is the pitcher, so we got our first matchup between pitcher and pitcher, and we'll get that in the bottom of the second with Manny batting in the second spot today. That will be fouled over towards the Sweeney post.
Yeah, our guy's on it. Good job by the Parks and Rec team to be scooping up the balls for us.
Gotta love Bezoin. Little Buzz able to do his thing for making this place a great place to play.
Ooh, I like that pitch right there. A little curve in the dirt. Tried to get him chasing, but good discipline laying off it. But that was a perfect pitch for the situation.
Would have been nice, but we'll go to the next pitch and see what we can do here.
Punch out would be nice,
Again,
yes.
2 outs.
Got
he
him on
gets
a
him
swing.
swinging, and the throw to first is
never,
a little off, but he
never
was able to
take
get there.
Yeah.
Wow, man. 1 run comes around for the Panthers, and we'll see now what the Crusaders can do with their bats. We'll see the likes of Alexis Rivera, Manny Castro, and Xander Rivera do up here at the bottom of the first inning. Back with more after this. Center fielder Alexis Rivera will be the first batter here for the Crusaders in the bottom of the first inning. Takes a first pitch inside for ball 1. I'd love to see Alexis use his speed. Obviously, we've been talking about him for many, many weeks here, how good of a player he is, and got to get the Crusaders going here to get things tied up or at least in the lead, but he will take ball number 2.
Yeah, Jake O'Connor pitching is throwing very fast right now, so they're going to have to time it out. He's a bigger fella, looks about, 6'3" or so?
He's certainly got some height to him for sure, as he
whizzes it in there, that's for sure. Sometimes, I feel like I could hit this. This is like a time I feel like I couldn't.
Yeah, it's not very easy here for sure. But Rivera, see what he can do with his speed. The throw across is out of, and the ball will keep rolling. That'll only result in one base.
Keep going. You got to keep going.
But we'll see. They didn't officially mark it as
Not to
a
mention,
dead ball, so he will move up to third base on that pass ball. No, I thought that was going to be.
Well, the guy got in his way. I mean, he basically put a block on him. I'm glad he got third out of it, but
No, they're making him go back. I thought there was only one bag, unfortunately.
so I don't know the rule, but I don't know where out of bounds starts. I assume at the fence. So bad luck for Memorial on that one, because if that ball doesn't go through, he's definitely on third, and he kind of got in the way.
Well, give him an E6 on that.
Good start, though.
Alexis in scoring position at second base, and now we'll see what Manny Castro can do to try to make this game tied. Inside pitch. Can't go wrong with the error to start things off. We'd love to be able to get Manny an RBI here if the opportunity comes to be. Wow, ball wide bounces in. Great job by the catcher to make sure that did not get past him.
Yeah, those are tough because, we saw his speed right there. That speed might have drawn the errant throw, too. When you're under a pressure situation, you tend to, some people just hiccup and, some people just thrive.
Ball outside again. So Manny really getting in a good spot here to possibly have no outs and base runners at first and second. We'll see what the next.
Coach hitting him second today, moving him up in the order from his usual spot at 4. They've been switching the lineup around. I mean, when you have little success, with the W's, you got to switch it up and see what formula works. So I'm not surprised at all. We were able to see them at practice yesterday, and they actually looked pretty good on the field. So hopefully that'll turn into tonight.
Absolutely, as I had a chance to go over and missed opportunity there, fouled into the mitts, and now we'll have a full count here.
Big pitch. They're all big when there's people in scoring position.
We'll see what Jake O'Connor brings.
Skips one in.
He does not find the strike zone, and
Good
Crusader energy starting to bubble over here, and they would love to have the lead run here come around the bases and get a lead here for us. Haven't had the chance to say that. And now we have a quick talk at the mound as O'Connor has just not been able to find the spot as well as he would like. Caleb Rich doing the catching duty here. He'll be the first batter in the second inning, so he's going to have a short turnaround to get his gear on.
So this is the brother.
Gear off, excuse me.
This is the brother of the leadoff hitter, Alexis Rivera, and they're both, you mentioned him and his wheels. This guy can jump. He's third place in the state from long jump last year.
Xander Rivera is the first name there. As you forgot to mention that. Ball outside.
Good to see them at the top of the order again. I remember opening game, they hit back-to-back. So you got Rivera, Castro Rivera. That's a scary little prospect for the team.
Absolutely. And now does not swing at that one, and it goes by him for a strike.
Memorial going to be a little selective with their pitching, with the hitting today.
Well, oh my, that's called a strike right there.
Yeah, I'm sure Manny's like, all right, as long as this, goes both ways. I like opening up the strike zone. But that was a little questionable.
A little bit, in my opinion, for sure.
Ooh, now, coming out of this.
I didn't flinch on that one there, Michael.
No, good job. So
it was scary, but I held my own.
With the another at bat going deep in the count, they're really going to try to run the pitch count up on here.
Ooh. A little foul back. He's close. He's just under the ball, and if he gets a hold of that is going to find some green or brown if it lands in a glove. We'll see what happens. But plenty of green out there as the left fielder is very deep out there today. Ooh. Ball up high, and they're trying for the double steal.
Gets in there under the tag. Good job sliding and holding on to the base. These are tricky bases here at Gill. So good job by Rivera getting in there, and that's a runner's slide right there. That's a guy who knows how to steal a base.
Well, now just 90 feet away from tying up this game, O'Connor has got to get an out here, and with 2 strikes on Xander, see what this next pitch brings. And he sends one out. Right fielder is backing up, having trouble with the sun. Able to catch that, but will not be in time as Alexis able to come around. And we have a tied-up game, 1-1. So a sac fly. The brothers help each other out and help the Crusaders as well to make this a tied game here in the bottom of the first inning.
Good job getting the runner in there. That's what you do. You run the count deep, and you get the RBI there. So Memorial able to knot it up, 1-1. They're going to check on the runner, see if he left early here.
No, I watched it from. I mean, obviously the camera was on the right fielder there to get that, but he definitely had plenty of time. And Brendan Shape, wrong team. The Ryan Amwin was able to get that catch for the first out here. And now thought about a bunt here, but decided to hold off. Caden Berube doing the hitting duties here in the 4 spot. He's playing out in left field, number 11.
Yeah, that was a good job getting that ball. You mentioned the sun. It's never easy to make an everyday catch here. So good job by Armwani.
A little overcast right now. It was a very clear sunny morning, but unfortunately the clouds have come in. We are expected some possibly rain tomorrow, and this is the first clouds here that are coming in for the next storm system. So
yeah, I heard it might tinkle on us a little bit.
Well, I think we're all right tonight. It's just more tomorrow that we might have to deal with things. But again, we're worried about tonight and the present right now to see what's going to happen. And Caden Berube is going to quick talk with Coach to figure out what's the best thing to do. Not really sure what the count is, honestly, as kept watching the bunt, expecting that to go down. And Manny.
Oh, it gets by him, and that's no. I don't know what happened.
I think it was fouled, yeah, and just. I thought it hit off the catcher as well, Caleb Rich, and instead,
0-2. That would be 0-2 now. That's a missed opportunity.
Kind of a tough spot right here, honestly, Michael, to have your 4-batter bunting.
Yeah, I know, right? It is weird. At the same time, if you think you can get a run out of it, and you get your number 1 pitching, but yeah, it's not something I would do. But I can't dismiss it altogether either.
No, absolutely not.
Coach knows his players, and you got to trust his gut.
And the pitch inside. So real good battle here between Caden Berube and Jake O'Connor.
It just increases the chances for the hitter here. So the more you see him, the more on it you are, and the more chance he could throw it in the dirt. So every pitch is favors the hitter.
And now Connor
is
not able to get him again. Another walk here in the bottom of the first inning. And now we'll have runners at the corners, still only one out. And Coach is coming out to talk to O'Connor. And is he going to get the ball pulled here in the bottom of the first?
I don't know about that, but if he does, it will be because Coach just doesn't see it progressing any differently.
Again, he has not given up a hit yet. Just 2 walks, a error by the shortstop, and a sacrifice fly. So he's just got to really figure out what's going on here. What the wind's kind of coming from the first base side, kind of behind us here, to see what's going on. If the wind is having an effect on the pitches, it didn't. I was down there talking to the coaches beforehand. And I didn't think it was that bad, but I don't know what's going on with Jake O'Connor. But again, a couple walks has not helped the Panthers out, and well, you got to wonder, school vacation week as well. Is that did he stay up drinking too much Mountain Dew last night? Who knows?
Usually it's video games.
Video games,
because those things will keep you up.
Well, I mean,
no matter what age you are.
Celtics with a big win last night, able to move on in the playoffs, beating the Atlanta Hawks 4-2 last night. Big fourth quarter for the green team. And now we'll see what Ben Malu can do.
Yeah, been doing the catching today. Looks like he's going to do an early square.
Ball gets away, and look at that. That allows the run to come around easily.
Going to third.
And now the throw to third is not time. See if he's going to run home. Look at this. An unfortunate turn of events for the Panthers, but the Crusaders will take that, and now they will take a 3-1 lead, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 3 throwing errors on that one play alone. Might as well go join the carnival at this point.
Yeah, as I will point that out. I know you've been excited to talk about this.
I was waiting for a play like that.
The carnival in town here at just the outside confines of Gill Stadium, and that will be fun going on this weekend. And there was a lot of fun in the Crusaders. Malu sends one up in the air, but this should be cans and corn.
Yeah, corn.
And he's able to put 2 hands and make that catch. So now just 2 outs, and Ben Malu will pop out. And we'll see what Isaiah Solis can do in the DH position up next.
Isn't it interesting that Memorial's up 3-0, and they don't have a single hit?
3-1.
3-1, and they don't have a single hit. They have a guy going on an error and then 2 walks, and they all came around on throwing errors.
Yeah, it's not been easy for Rich here. And
that's a little frustrating, isn't it? I would say.
A little bit, but at the same time, you got to throw strikes if you're going to make things score.
True that. 2 balls on bases on balls.
And now a little ground ball. See if the shortstop can find a good throw across, and that will do it. But not before 3 runs come across the board here for the Crusaders. We'll head to the top of the second inning with a 3-1 Crusader lead. Well, Manny Castro, who ended the top of the first with a K, looking to have a day here in the top of the second inning with Caleb Rich doing the first batter here for the Panthers. A 3-1 Crusader lead. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Levy here at Gill Stadium for this great matchup. With now we'll see what they can do. Neither team's really hitting the ball so far, but runs still coming around the board.
Yeah, and Caleb Rich definitely got his workout last inning. He's doing the catching duty today. Had to run back and get a couple balls, and that's how they scored a few times. He had that throwing error too.
Fouled back with authority. Look at this. Manny's going to get the ball himself.
That has some to it.
Hit off one of the. Now he's going to ask for a new ball here.
You could always do that.
It.
Well, that's what they want to check for nicks and grooves, because you can always throw a nice curveball if you get a nice nick in the ball.
Well, back in the bag it goes, and Castro with a strike on Rich here. Comes back.
Ooh.
A little upstairs, too much. I was trying to get the umpires earlier in the game here, but was not able to after that RBI single up the middle. And Ed Imond will be doing the behind the plate, and our old friend Brian Troop out there on the fields.
Yeah, Ed Iman has a very consistent strike zone.
It's not by Melu there. Thankfully, no one on base.
It's not necessarily tight. He does favor the inside pitch, I've noticed.
It's certainly been interesting who gets called for the strike and who doesn't here. And Xander Rivera was certainly one that said, "Are you kidding me?" Ooh. And now a little crushed ball, but handled by the third baseman. The throw across the diamond.
Oh, yeah.
And Connor McNally
Smooth.
able to make that nice grab and the throw across the diamond there for the out number 1.
Smoother than a show pillow at Filene's basement.
That's going back some time.
That was, he scooped it right out. Hard hit ball, too, so good play.
Playing over there is Ryan Cunningham at third base, so I had to figure that out because I forgot to write him down as he's being DH'd for Isaiah Solis. And good job by Cunningham to McNally for out number 1 here in the second inning. Now a little ground ball. Let's see. Rivera gets it. The throw to McNally. And mark that 6-3 as that was a great job. Manny Castro nearly got it with a backhanded snag, but it did not work. And able to snag that is Xander Rivera. And we have very quickly 2 outs here on the Panthers.
Memorial flashing the leather this inning, huh?
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Nice job by he had to cover some ground to get that one.
Oh, Ryan Amwin, the right fielder, the batter here, fouls one back. So we'll see what they can do. This is the number 8 batter. Fastball by Castro there, just barely misses.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It is kind of a coin toss sometimes on those corners. Ooh.
Fouled one back, so just not able to get a clear
that one was a change
swing on the ball.
It felt like that was a little off speed. He does a good job disguising that changeup because he throws it with the same arm speed, but he just holds the ball a little more into the palm.
Gets the strike 3, and for the second consecutive inning, Manny Castro ends any sort of Panthers chances with a strikeout. We'll head to the bottom of the second. We'll have the 7, 8, 9 batters here for the Crusaders, and Connor McNally, Adam Jeffrey, and Brendan Shipe here. Stay tuned for more. Back after this. Back here at Gill Stadium for the bottom of the second inning, and we'll see what McNally can do with the leadoff position here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, McNally made that. Actually, no, you're right. He's getting DH for. But yeah, he's just 2 pitches up and in already. So it does look like he's going to come out, and potentially, struggle with the strike zone again.
Well, it's interesting to see that we do have an official scoreboard operator now, so we can kind of show you that after these innings and kind of be able to pay attention to things like strike 1 right there. And McNally, who is not being DH'd, you had it wrong.
I did. That's
you
why
did.
I stopped
Ryan
talking.
Cunningham was the one being DH'd at third base, and McNally's doing a good job with the first base opportunity, and now has 2 consecutive strikes thrown on him and has to be serve and protect here.
You got to protect that plate with 2 strikes for sure. Ooh, see, that's a pitch that you don't know either way. It's been called a strike. It's been called a ball. So I think it's a ball. Good eye on that one. Full count here.
Well, another full count and see what O'Connor brings.
Ooh,
ball 4. Another walk here, the 3rd of the day here so far. And now we are in the 8th spot in the batting order. Adam Jeffrey, we haven't said much about him throughout the season so far. It's certainly a name that we have not brought up, but obviously getting ample time to play here on this Friday evening. He puts down a bunt. Look at this. O'Connor has to field it.
Oh, he's safe.
He is safe.
He's safe because he took the foot off the bag, then he tried to make an unorthodox tag with the glove on that one, and he just legged it out. So good job getting your first hit of the year.
We're not sure about that. We obviously haven't been at any of the away games or anything like that. And now the coach for the Panthers will come out, and he thinks otherwise. As obviously, Troop is way over here making that call. And from our angle, I mean, I thought that he had got there in time, but
I think he was safe as well. I mean, it's just in that period of time where the foot came off and the tag went down. He got his foot down on the bag.
and look at this. They're going to have a meeting here between the umpires. Maybe Iman saw something differently than what Troop saw, and we'll see if there's a change of safe or out here between the umpires. Interesting moment in the game here in just the bottom of the second inning.
I mean, if he saw something different,
He's saying safe. So for the second consecutive inning, the first two batters get on base here for the Crusaders, looking to increase their lead. And we'll see what Brendan Shipe can do with Shipe playing out in right field.
And again, 0 hits for the game for Memorial, but they already got 2 people on with no outs.
Wild turn of events. Are you going to mark that as a E1 or E3?
I wrote it down as E1 on the pitcher.
Okay.
Because the throw took him off.
And now another bunt attempt is going to go down. And look at
Great
this
bunt.
perfect bunt.
Confusing.
Oh, he's not able to get it to first base. And consecutive bunts working well for the Crusaders. Small ball, the name of the game today. And, I thought it was baseball, but right now the Crusaders are just loving things. And now for the second consecutive inning, another meeting of the mound. And we are going to get possibly a pitching change here, Gonzo.
I mean, you would think that, but it's not like he has to. He can do one visit an inning. He did one last inning. This is his second visit overall. But if he comes out again this inning, he has to pull him. That last one was not a mound visit. That was just to ask about ask the umpire what he saw. And he was careful not to look at the pitcher, so they didn't really question it,
Well, maybe he isn't coming out because no one's really started up to.
Yeah, he's going to stay.
Infield has come together here to discuss things for the Panthers. Again, down 3-1, and now with bases loaded, no outs, and the.
Iman's about to break the party up.
Well, apparently he's not a big fan of gatherings here.
He might have carnival tickets.
Yeah, that's true too. Who knows what he's doing after this game? He could be heading over to ride the Ferris wheel and check out the beautiful city landscape of Manchester.
Oh, yeah.
But Alexis Rivera, who was able to get on due to an error and score the first run for the Crusaders, now the batter would love to get himself some RBIs. And he sends the first pitch to the shortstop, who is going to pump.
Oh.
The throw is in time.
Yeah, he kind of had second thoughts there.
A 6-3 RBI. Manny Castro will be the next batter, but it allows the first batter of the inning back in Connor McNally to come around and score. And now it's a 4-1 Crusader lead.
Yes, and I also had, Shipe. That was the first hit of the game. That was a legitimate bunt hit. So
Yeah, you certainly give him that. Outside pitch, Manny says, do not come. Stay over there.
It helps, though, when you're running down, you flash that stop sign up because he's got the best vantage.
Adam Jeffrey at second base. Shipe at second. Inside, Manny didn't even really move to the last minute. That was close to a pitch off the face.
Yeah, he really saw it through.
He definitely was just letting it go past him. And, I guess that's one way to get on base, but it hurts.
Whoa, here you go.
Sent up here.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Going back, is able to catch that. And now coming in for the fifth run, Mr. Jeffrey comes around. And look at this. Consecutive innings that we're seeing the Crusaders do small ball type moves to get people across the plate. And now leading this game 5-1 here in the bottom of the second. 2 outs and still a runner in scoring position. And Xander Rivera would love to be able to do something here as well.
Absolutely. He got the sac fly last time after Manny just got the sac fly this time. So, they're getting runs from every different angle. They're scoring. They're well utilizing their runners on base. That's for sure.
That's very, very true.
Whoa.
Now sent out. This is a busy right field here today, as it seems like they're trying to pick on him, but able to make the catch again. He saw that in, and good job by Ryan Amwin to get consecutive outs, but not before 2 more runs come across. And we'll see what Manny Castro can do with his pitching as we head to the top of the 3rd inning, a 5-1 Crusader lead. Well, it'll be 9-1-2 for the batters here for the Panthers in the top part of the 3rd inning. Kyle Heavey and Michael Gonzalez here on Manchester Public Television's doubleheader tonight, as we'll have the Central West Kings versus the likes of the Timberlane Owls after this. But right now, Crusaders leading it 5-1 over the Panthers, and ball 1 was the first pitch from Manny Castro.
Absolutely. If you want to come down for the second game, we'll be here. Beautiful night for it. Come on down to Gill Stadium.
Just as exciting as the Boston Bruins Game 6 game tonight as well.
More exciting.
More exciting, for sure. Now, Castro not finding the strike zone.
Yeah, I was worried about this. You know, we don't want to see him get into little control problems because after the last inning, you can't look any more efficient than that.
Well, not too many pitches. A 1-2-3 second. We'll see if is not able to find the strike zone. And the number 9 batter, and Hunter Ward, will make his way to first base. And for the first time in 2 innings, we have our base runner here for the Panthers looking to make something happen here. And this is Devin Sawyer. We didn't even get a chance to see him as we were kind of a few minutes early to start this game. He grounded out to Xander Rivera at shortstop in the very first out of the game before we even were set to go.
So a lot of times you'll put the number 9 hitter in a position. It's almost like a prelude to the leadoff. So expect him to have some wheels and to be able to snag second. If he's getting a good lead, he's off.
6 consecutive balls here thrown by Manny Castro. Yeah. And look at this. We're having a quick meeting at the mound as something has happened. I guess the comfort of having a 4-run lead is affecting Castro's throwing here in the 3rd inning.
So Memorial, obviously, best case scenario would be to get Castro on the same page. But if they were to go to their bullpen, it's not in their favor. We'll say it hasn't been the best bullpen this year so far. So Castro, if he can get this going, it would be optimum for Memorial.
Well, Hunter Ward moved up to second base on that bouncing ball, and now has himself within 180 feet of scoring.
He got a big jump on that one. He would have been safe no matter what.
Lead right here. He's got a 5-yard lead here. It's now finding the strike zone.
It's a 5-yard lead. You're right. I would expect him to go again. I mean, I don't even know if Manny's even paying attention to him.
He doesn't really look back. I guess he's trusting his abilities, spidey senses.
But able to come back with 2 strikes in a row after a coach's visit there, Kyle. So that's a good visit.
Devin Sawyer got to be careful here. Doesn't want to go 0 for 2 early in this contest. But Manny would love for that to happen at the other end of things. A ground ball. Let's see if Cunningham, the throw across the diamond.
Nice scoop.
McNelly able to get that ball,
nice.
Keep it in his mitt. And it works as a sacrifice, though, as able to move up to third base was Ward. But Sawyer goes 0 for 2 on the day. And now we'll see what Casey Tanaka can do here. He was able to get on base in the first inning on a walk.
One of the prettiest plays in baseball is a first baseman making a nice scoop in the dirt. That was a great play by McNelly.
Able to put some heat on that right there. And the pitch fouled back. 1-1 count now.
Yeah, he was able to draw the walk last at bat. So he was on base, and
he did come around and score the run.
Yeah. Seems like everyone on base is scoring today.
Wow.
It's a little high, I suppose.
Yeah, glad you have the same thought as me.
I'm usually on the other side of that, so I'll defend him this time.
Tries to go upstairs, downstairs, outside, inside, and now a 3-1 count.
Try the middle this time.
To the center fielder for the Panthers.
Good comeback here. He was able to fight back last at bat, Kyle. So, full count now. He's done a good job getting back into it. No quitting this guy, huh?
Tanaka would love to get a ball forward here. We'll see what the pitch brings.
Ooh, nice pitch.
Fouled back, heading towards Valley Street.
Good job by pitcher, good job by hitter, because he's able to throw the strike and he's able to extend the at-bat. So, like I said before, every pitch is to the advantage of the hitter.
And good job by Melu as well, doing the catching duty.
Ooh.
Does not get the call, and
Yikes.
Tanaka will head up to first base. Another walk in this inning.
I suppose that was a little high, too, I guess.
Well,
We'll switch
now,
roles this time.
Melu got to give some signs here to his team, maybe hoping for a double play. And
Yeah.
now we'll see what Dean Adams can do. Adams hit it right to McNelly at first base for out number 2 in the first inning. See if they can what they do here if he hits it to McNelly again.
Well, remember, they almost had a chance to get 2 on that ground ball to McNelly, and he opted to take the out himself. I wonder if in this situation he would go for it.
And
oh, boy.
Smoked out there to right field, but in between the uprights,
Yeah.
which does not count for 3 points. It goes for a foul ball.
I guess he turned on that one, huh?
He saw that, and he wanted to basically sign autographs later on for smoking that out of the ballpark, but unfortunately did not work. And now strike 2, but smartly moving up is Tanaka, who is now at second base.
It seems like Memorial is very willing to concede that advancement because he didn't even sniff at him.
Well, 0-2 counts.
Whoa!
And strike 3.
He's upset with himself, but that was a great pitch. Swing and a miss, and exactly what the doctor ordered there, Kyle.
Adams not pleased as he heads back, and now we'll go to the righty batter in number 9, Isaiah Hendrick, who had an RBI single up the middle, looking to add 2 more RBIs to his resume today.
Ooh, a little bit of chin music.
Yeah, that was a curveball that did not do what it was supposed to.
Sometimes curves don't curve.
That one just kind of hung up there, and good job by Hedquist to get out of the way.
Oh,
now he sends one over. Let's see.
Oh,
Not
eats him
able
up.
to eat that. And coming around for the third
Unfortunate.
run here, Nashua Panthers happy to get 2 more runs. And now we have a 5-3 game. Tough. It ate up Xander Rivera. He is not pleased with that at all. And now.
Yeah, that ate him up a little bit. Unfortunately, they're with 2 outs. That's a big price to pay. 2 runs right there. I do like how he got it into second base to limit the guy at first, though. And he's off.
Jake O'Connor takes the
ball,
and
they're going to be running all day if Manny Castro doesn't keep an eye on him because he's just kind of pitching. I get it, concentrate on on the hitter, but you got to at least glance at him a little bit.
At least make a throw over. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Well, if they're just going to keep running every pitch, you might as well just go from the windup.
The ball gets away from Melu. It was a little outside for sure. And now moving up to third base. What a great at-bat by Hedquist to bring in 2 runs. I guess it wasn't an RBI, but able to scamper around the base paths. And now the tying run at the plate in O'Connor, who struck out in the first inning to end the inning. We'll see if he can get another K to end the third.
Would like to help his cause for sure, and he swings and a miss. That was a big cut, huh?
Certainly was, and maybe he likes the high heat. I'm not sure exactly. We'll see what Manny brings for now. Up the middle, see if Xander can make this play easily to McNelly. The ball does not stay in his mitt, and able to put the 4th run across the board is the Panthers. And now, Gonzo, this is turning into quite a game here.
It's turning into quite a game, I would say, yeah, but it's frustrating because, I wouldn't give that to Xander right there. I guess you got to give the error to McNelly, unfortunately. But errors are killing Memorial this year.
Certainly a tough go of things right there as Hedquist able to come around. That is the 3rd run of the inning. Fouled back towards the dugout.
If you were to take every error Memorial made this year and not get rid of it, they might have a winning record.
It's valid. It's valid. It's unfortunately valid. And now we'll see. Now O'Connor at first base. And a hit. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't know if he would have been there if they were not stealing. And that might have been a soft single up the middle. But either way, 3 runs come around for the Panthers. And the Crusaders, now only up by a score of 5-4, will bring their bats to the lineup here. It'll be Caden Berube, Ben Maylou, and Isaiah Solis due up. Back with more after this. Back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning, we're still seeing Jake O'Connor pitching, who's only given up 1 hit, but 5 runs have come around for the Crusaders, and we'll see what Caden Berube, who had a walk in the 2nd inning, starts things off.
Interesting. Now, he's been hitting cleanup today. That's 2 at-bats in a row where he started off squaring to bunt.
Not what I was expecting to see from a 4-hitter by any means, but you know what? The small ball is working today. It holds in, and unfortunately, it's 2 strikes in a row, so we will not see a bunt here by any means.
And they moved up their normal 4-hitter, Manny Castro, to hit 2nd today. So, Coach switching it up a little bit today.
Getting his better hitters more chances to hit. And now, see what type of speed we got from Berube. Unfortunately, it is not in time, as very easily a 4-3 out right there by the Panthers. Devin Sawyer throwing it over to Isaiah Hedquist, and we are quickly with 1 out here. And now the number 9, Ben Maylou, the catcher, will be the hitter.
Yeah. Ben Maylou, he's been a pretty solid backstop this year. Had some woes last inning, but first pitch swinging here.
And this is going to be taken by the third baseman. Now fires it over to first base, and able to make that catch was Hedquist, but got to give props to Dean Adams right there. That was a fastball across the diamond for the 2nd out. So very quickly, we have 2 outs here, and the Crusaders maybe don't swing at the first pitch. I'm not saying anything, Isaiah Solis, but it's up to you to keep this inning going.
Right. The thing is, if it's fat, you want it.
That's very, very true.
But unwritten rule in baseball is if you make a couple quick ones, you don't swing at the first pitch. You can't have a 4-pitch inning.
Solis is 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop, his first time up to bat, and see if he can get himself a base knock here to keep this inning going. Swing and a miss right there. Now down in the count 1-2. We'll see if O'Connor throws him a bad pitch here. We'll see if he just goes for the straight fastball. Goes for the fastball up high, but not chasing.
I mean, I got to give him credit for coming back this inning, having a pretty solid start to the inning. It's almost like Memorial's 2nd inning that they had.
Yeah, so true. Oh, inside. Soul is able to dance back. It is International Dance Day tomorrow, Michael, if you were interested. I know you and your kids, you obviously will have dance parties, but yeah, it is International Dance Day tomorrow. So
how do you know we don't already, Kyle?
Well, I'm taking a guess. I would.
I'll dance on my own. I don't care.
All right.
Good job.
With myself.
Good job coming back on that at bat because he had a couple strikes. Now he drew it off for the walk. So here's a big redemption moment for McNelly. He had a couple tough plays at first after making some great plays to start.
Well, he did score his first time up to bat last inning, so we love to see him continue this inning going. And the first pitch is low, and now O'Connor going back to his ways of missing the strike zone.
Interesting contraption on Solis's hand right there. It's like a badminton paddle.
Ball outside, bounces away. Solis not really the most fleet-footed member of the Crusader squad.
Don't tell him that. The way he's taking a lead, you think he's Ricky Henderson.
We got to get in the pitcher's mind.
Got to do it.
Got to do it. They've manufactured 5 runs so far. Would love to see a 6th.
Even if he's wearing an oven mitt.
Ball outside. So McNelly, who I believe walked to start off the 2nd inning. I actually didn't write down what he did, but he is
McNelly
up in the count 3-0.
Yeah, McNelly was he actually drew a ball based on balls lost at bat.
That's what I thought. Well, the 2nd consecutive inning, he does it again. And now runners at 1st and 2nd. And O'Connor, after 2 very quick outs, is now having some issues.
Just when you think you're out of the woods, you're back in the woods.
And Adam Jeffrey, who was able to get on with a bunt.
Yeah, there was an error on the pitcher, of throwing error last at bat, so maybe he might square again.
Does not, and takes a strike. So
good pitch right there. That had a little extra mustard on that hot dog.
Grey Poupon was in the air for that on that pitch.
Gros Poupon is a very good mustard.
Lets another ball go by, but this one was out of the strike zone, so 1-1 count.
Excuse me, Kyle, do you have any Grey Poupon?
So fancy. Now pitch outside.
Yeah, it's having some woes here.
2-1 counts.
If you're Memorial, you got to get excited about that. Base runners have been scoring, so that's the name of the game at least this afternoon.
Through the first 8 outs of this game, he has not recorded a strikeout as well, and now a 3-1 count.
I thought that hit some Sherman Williams right there, but it looks like it's going to be on the outside version of that paint.
And Caleb Rich will come out and discuss things again. 2 very quick outs here for O'Connor, and now a third long at bat here for the Crusaders, looking to get another base runner and load up the bases, and we'll see what Brendan Shipe can do in the 9th spot. But obviously, we still only have a 3-1 count to Adam Jeffrey. Let's see what they discussed here.
There's no one warming up either, so I think they're going to ride this out.
And the pitch.
Ooh, tried to distract him with that a little too much, if you ask me. But
now,
it didn't work.
Count goes full. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jake O'Connor, see what he does.
Ooh,
a little ground ball. This could be work as a bunt as well. O'Connor throws to first, and Hedquist doesn't even have to really move a muscle, able to get that ball cleanly.
Agony. O'Connor is just, the way he got out of that, his body language is like, oh, good.
Well, after a couple walks there, no runs come around for the first time in the game, and we'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Crusaders and Panthers. More after this. Back for the top of the 4th inning, and Nick Shaw, the left fielder, is the first batter up. It's 7-8-9 in the Panthers lineup, and we'll see if Manny Castro can take care of them. Shaw grounded to shortstop in Xander Rivera, his first time up to bat, and we'll see if he does the same thing again. First pitch. No, he's going to find some brown and green, gets it past Ryan Cunningham and Xander Rivera, and a first pitch single here for the leadoff hitter for the Panthers.
Yeah, kind of an Olay, I don't know, I guess it was coming a little brisk, but man on first got the leadoff hit, so good job by Nashua.
Not only is he the leadoff hitter, but he's also the tying run now on base, and
probably going to run, I'm not going to lie. I can't see him not running.
We will see. I mean,
just because if they run and they have good success completing that plan.
Well, it looks like we have a first official lineup change for Nashua is number 15 doing the hitting now, and it looks like Nate Matson.
A new look for Manny here.
Matson with a pink bat here. Now throw across. McNelly able to put a tag on, but it was not in time.
Yeah, Brian Troop, we've seen him out there before. He's all over it. Umpire.
We're waiting for the first pitch. Matson thought about bunting. Hold off.
I'm not sure if that was a bunt attempt or if he's just trying to get in Manny's head a little bit. Either way, it drew the ball. So look for that same thing again. He's going to dance with the bat a little bit.
He's thinking about the bunt, holds off, close call. Oh, I thought that was a strike. It goes for ball 2, though.
Yeah, usually, Ed Iman will, give the benefit to the pitcher when you're bunting like that, and the ball goes right down the middle and you don't offer.
And now 3 balls thrown by Manny Castro.
Yep, this seems to be a tricky at bat for him.
Matson coming in, doing his thing. Ball 4, so a single and a walk, and now the lead run will head up to first base. A tough start to the inning here in the fourth, and will be Hunter Ward, who was able to get on with a walk his first time at bat and scored. So he has a chance to make something happen here if he finds a pitch he likes.
He's able to walk, and then he stole a base. So he's a guy you don't want on right now, that's for sure. He's got some speed and capabilities. Ooh,
Ball
just
up
leaving
high.
it high. That's a sign. Yeah, Manny Castro's not happy with that call. He kind of snaps the glove as he catches it. He's gotta focus and get this done because he still has the lead, and it's his job to preserve the win here.
Looking back a second now, the delivery is upstairs again. So
Wonder if he's just if that's a sign of fatigue. We've seen him go, pretty deep into games. He can kind of maximize his pitch count once he goes deep into games. So we know he's got endurance.
finds the
Curveball.
strike play right there after 7 pitches.
Sometimes, if old number one's not working, let's try number 2. And he got the curveball in there for a straight call. So good job, and we know he can fight back. So let's see how he does here.
Takes a peek at second. Now the throw home.
Ooh,
Hit.
yeah, okay. I would say that was a close one, but, come on, man.
Finally got that call as it had been questionable throughout the afternoon. Now a 2-2 count, looking to get the first out of the top of the fourth. He
Swing.
gets the K.
Big K right there.
Ward goes down.
That's exactly what they needed. Good job buckling down there, coming back in the at-bat, coming way back in the at-bat, and getting the old letter K.
And now we'll see what Devin Sawyer can do here. He is 0 for 2 on the day. A couple ground outs to the left side of the infield.
Yeah, one to third, one to short. See, so they
Bouncing
better
ball.
be on their toes. If you're Xander, you got to be careful. Don't commit too much to holding the runner on here because you want to keep your ground. This is a guy that's grounded twice to the left side of the field, so expect that the same.
We'll see
You
if
have to.
Xander and Ryan are ready here.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
The throw back to second gets away. It's going to go out to
Hose him.
Alexis Rivera.
Got him.
And let's see the throw to Cunningham. Oh, not able to field it cleanly. And the runners move up to second and third. No chance for a double play now. And now we know exactly where Manny Castro's head will be, and that's focusing on the batter.
Yeah, Alexis Rivera has to be. I mean, you just gotta bust your hump to get to that ball and almost anticipate it. Baseball is all about anticipation. What am I going to do when the ball's hit to me? Who am I going to throw to? What do I do in this situation? What if he throws a second? Got to be on that. You got to be on your toes. You got to always be thinking. Because if he had another second, he would have had him.
Oh, side. Just,
Yikes.
you were you.
I thought he rung him up on the backwards.
Well, there's only
yeah,
one
that's right.
strike, so
Still
it's
look
either
good,
way.
though.
It's a 2-1 count.
Yeah. Ooh, right at us.
Back now, 2-2.
A lot of heat on that one, too. So Nashua's on the ball. Manny Castro's doing a good job changing up speeds, I feel like, today.
Well, if you use the binoculars, you can see the number for the Nashua pitcher that just warmed up here, Gonzo. As unfortunately, I cannot zoom over there in time, but we did have some warming up here by the Panthers, so we will see if we get a new pitcher here.
He knows I'm looking. He's covering it with his glove.
Oh, of course. It's like a football team. Hiding your numbers.
Nice job.
Swing, foul tipped into the mitt. Melu holds on to it. And for the second batter in a row, we will get another K. And now Coach D'Ambrosio
Number 7 was the number.
will come out and talk to his pitcher here with 2 outs and runners at second and third. No chance for a sacrifice fly to tie up this game. It's going to be him versus Dean Adams, someone that Casey Tanaka, who he's had a little bit of an issue with 2 base on balls so far in this game.
Yeah, he was able to draw 2 walks, but how about Manny Castro? When you just mentioned you can't get the fly sacrifice for an RBI now, it's because he just struck out 2 in a row. So, hey, good job, Manny, coming back, and let's see if you can do it again. The old 3 in a row trick.
Well, here we go. Let's see what pitch number 1 brings. Oh, we got a timeout now.
I like that. I like that by Mayo because he's the key to that guy not scoring at third. So he has to be on the same page as Manny Castro. If he throws a fastball when he's expecting a deuce, that could get by him, you know. So you got to be on the same page. You can do that. So go utilize your timeout.
Well, if it's
We'll wait.
Dean Adams that was warming up here, he's actually on deck here, the pitcher that you were talking about that was warming up. So now smoked into right field. 1 run comes around. The throw will not be in time, and the Panthers able to come back, being down 4 runs, and now lead this game by a score of 6-5.
Tanaka gets on base for the 3rd time today, this time in the effort of a RBI single to right field. 2 RBIs. Let me tell you that. Now they're in the lead.
And now Dean Adams, who is 0 for 2 on the day, see what he can do with putting the bat on the ball. Now with the lead, and he has a chance to get the victory if he comes in and pitches strong.
Yeah, he so far had, he was able to get him on a grounder and a strikeout. So looking for another strikeout here.
Tanaka taking off the throw almost over the head of Xander Rivera, able to jump up and catch the ball, but swiping second is Casey Tanaka.
Xander Rivera showed how he was 3rd in the state in the high jump right there. Yeah, one of the best jumpers in the state, and we just saw it. That was a nice jump.
He might have been able to dunk with how high he jumped up there. And now a little pop fly into the outfield. Let's see, looking at able to make that catch.
Kyle, you okay with that one hand? Yeah, he caught it.
The wind held it up long enough, and that will do it for the top of the 4th inning, but not before 2 runs come across the board, and the Panthers now in the lead. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heath from Manchester Public Television. We have a doozy of a game here. Back with more in the bottom of the 4th after this. Well, fresh off of flying out to Caden Berube for out number 3, we'll see what Dean Adams does with his pitching duties for the Panthers. We kind of had a chance to watch him warm up, and he's definitely got some heat with his pitching. And we'll see what he will do with number 4, Brendan Shipe, who was able to bunt single. He was the first hit of the game, actually, for the Crusaders. Gets called ball 1 low.
Yeah, this is one of the only players on the squad that doesn't actually attend Memorial.
Interesting thought right there. Homeschooled, but obviously in
That'd
the
be
district.
My guess. That'd be my guess. Homeschool. I don't see any other option on the board there.
No, not at all. And now we'll see what the 9-1-2 part of the lineup can do. Call it strike there. So now a 2-1 count.
I'm impressed by his command. It looks like he's been pitching a few times in his life.
Yeah, he's definitely got the Roger Clemens type body.
He does.
A little bit issue with the landing spot on the pitcher's mound right there as he fills it in that hole. He kind of did a little slip there, and that's why that ball was outside wide for ball 3.
Might have filled in the hole just to save face. I don't know.
Yeah, well, either way. Shipe sends one up in the air. This could be trouble.
It is.
Coming down. Oh, unfortunately, it lands into the mitt of the Panther, and that will do it for the first out. Great job there by Jake O'Connor. Oh, excuse me, that's not Jake O'Connor. Nick Shaw to get that out.
We don't take flyouts for granted up here. We've seen every possible situation on a fly ball to the left.
Certainly is not always easy to make those plays. And we'll see what Alexis Rivera can do, who has scored a run, and he belts one out to Shaw. Let's see if Shaw, he handles it cleanly, so he'll go for a a single there, and Rivera, see what he does on the base paths.
Yeah, Rivera is in the leadoff spot, but you're right. He does hit with one out there, gets the base hit. That was a no-doubter. He almost hit it too fast because he couldn't take second. But I look for him to definitely make a move towards second to get on scoring position for Manny Castro.
Manny, who's got a base on ball and scored in the first.
Off and running. No throw.
Pitch is inside, trying to hold that for a strike, but unsuccessfly was the catcher in Caleb Rich.
I mean, he stole that so easy. There's like no security at Walmart. He could easily steal third here. Easily. I don't think he was ready for that, the pitcher. Ooh, oh, man. That was a cut. That was a cut. He was trying to hit the Ferris wheel on that.
That's a good way to think about that. We might have, I'm trying to figure things out. We might have a new catcher here. And maybe that's where Jake O'Connor is now. Looking at the numbers.
Good call.
It looks like that is a.
You're right. It is 18 right there.
Yeah, so.
That stripe kind of makes it look like a 13 for a minute.
That's exactly where I was trying to figure out. There's been a lot of movement here on the Panthers side of things. We're trying to pay attention, but obviously you keep a track of the game.
Ooh, that was a nice juicy pitch.
And that makes it a 2-2 count, and Manny Castro kind of
he wants that back, I bet.
looks over at the third base coach like, I should have had that.
Yeah. But still alive here. Manny was able to be third team All-State last year, Kyle.
Adams takes a peer over at Rivera, who's got a 6-yard lead here at second base. Now he will deliver.
Ooh, good cut.
Called back.
Just gets a piece of it, and, if that's just an inch lower, that thing is bombs.
That's heading out to,
But coaching, every coach in the state knows this name. Like I mentioned, third team All-State, looking to make first team this year.
And the swing. Help. Sent out to right field, but it's caught. And this will go for a double play. The Panthers play that perfectly and able to get out of the fourth inning unscathed. It's Dean Adams. He appreciates the defense by his teammates there. And we'll head to the fifth inning. Michael, what do you got to say on that?
That's a blunder. What do you want me to say?
Well, we'll leave it at that and head to the fifth inning. More from Manchester Public Television's high school baseball action after this. Isaiah Hedquist will be the first batter for the Nashua South Panthers here in the top of the fifth inning. Hedquist has been on base twice, once by an error, and he fouls the first one back off of Melu. And his first time up, he was able to single in an RBI for the first run of the game.
Yeah, that was a nice single up the middle. He had to get that ribby.
Now takes strike two, go past him. So Manny Castro, who is upset with himself after flying out to right field.
I guess you could call it a fly. That thing was roped, but.
Gets him chasing, and he is going to be searching for that ball for a while, as that was a great strike three. And now we'll see what the catcher, Jake O'Connor, can do. As he has had a tough go of things, was able to get on base due to an error by McNelly his last time up to bat, but he is 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in this game.
Yeah, you're able to get him on the strikeout on that curveball on the first at bat. Looking to repeat that with another strikeout. But, yeah, that was a nasty pitch. Swing and a miss on that last at bat by Hedquist. Good pitch, Manny Castro.
Fouled. You used your hand for sure, but it goes over the top of us onto the rooftop. I actually can see the ball. We have the door open. It's still beautiful evening here.
I ain't scared.
Again, coming in on this Friday, April 28th. Swing and a miss, and now.
Yeah, good pitch, good spot, and, looking to get him for the second time of the day.
We'd love to see Manny go a full 7. We saw him go 6 a couple weeks ago versus Nashua North.
Whoa, that was close, huh? I thought that was.
Unfortunately,
I was ready to ring him up.
Just let you go with the sound effects.
I even had the first part of the K written down.
You had the line. Okay. Ooh, now the count goes full.
Just like that, a count can turn quickly. So see if you can buckle down here. Get this out.
Like to see 2 Ks in the inning. We'll see. If pops one up in the air, it looks like it's going to land right on top. On the railing.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Actually, you can go get that ball, Michael, if you want. It landed right on the catwalk up here.
All right, I'm on it.
You are not.
I'll finish the inning.
There you go. Okay. Well, still a full count, 1 out here. Panthers leading a 6-5.
Got him.
Ooh, that's another ball go past. And the second hitter of the day in this inning will be standing at first base. And now we'll see what Nate, number 13, maybe I'm wrong altogether here. We'll try to get a number 13 here in just a moment. But he's up to bat here with 1 out.
That ball snuck by the catwalk there.
Oh, the throw is down at second, but not before O'Connor is able to slide in.
O'Connor doesn't look like someone that would be taken off on a steal attempt, but if you're not going to pay attention to him, I mean, Yokozuna could steal second if he wanted.
Thankfully, we don't have to watch that in person.
In slow motion.
And my apologies. I've had the 8 and the 3
okay.
timeout called, but it did not get. Let's see. The umpire says it was too late, and the ball got passed. I don't know if that threw off Manny Castro with that delivery, as that went way over the heights of Caleb Rich.
I think it's just poor penmanship you're looking at.
Yep, I am looking at poor penmanship for sure.
I had the same issue. It looked like a 12 or something.
It does. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not alone in that. Now,
we're unfortunate. That's
RBI single brings in O'Connor, and now the Panthers go up by a score of 7-5. Nice piece of hitting, but you wonder if Xander might have had that had he not been playing in.
That was what I was going to say. Xander was coming in, duly so. It's just another break. That's twice he's been on the back end of a unfortunate defensive positioning.
Well, they're doing what they can to make things difficult.
He's going to steal. He's got a huge lead right now. Good job. I'm proud of you, Manny Castro, because you have to at least give him a half-hearted attempt, at least something. Just got to look at him. So he's going to steal anyway, though. He's gone.
Now popped up high in the air. Melu will let that land on the rooftop here. So it's a busy inning here with lots of foul balls landing right near us. There's 4 of them right now. So wild to see what's happening here. Nick Shaw, the batter here.
Usually, coach will send up a reserve player to come in. If not, I'll do the duties. I'll help out.
Well, we'll have a little bit of time here throughout the next couple at-bats for sure, between innings.
Well, you've seen the Sandlot. Ooh,
look
got
at
him.
this. Let's see what Troop says.
Oh, no.
Oh, the ball gets away. Adam Jeffrey. The throw is in time. Ben Melu has got to be upset with that. He threw a perfect throw down to second base. Ooh. The tag was just not efficient enough.
I mean, it was weird because he had the ball the whole time. He slid into the tag. I wonder if he punched it out with his foot. Either way, there's nothing you can do about it now.
No. One out, 2 strikes, though, on Shaw.
Big lead. Got him. Ooh, unable to pull the triggers, Empire Troop there. But that was close. I like that.
That was sufficient for sure.
He's still going to take a 6-yard lead, though.
He's only 4 right now. Oh, now he's up to 5. Okay.
Yeah, he shortened it a little.
Still 2 strikes on the batter. Oh, ball up high, though, does not work.
I mean, he's squeezing him like a juice box right now.
Capri Sun's great drink right there.
Hard to get the straw in, though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just like the Memorial defense, tough getting. Oh, it hits him.
Little arm candy right there.
He will get a nice purple mark on his arm by tomorrow. But
free tattoo.
Free tattoo and a free base right there.
Yeah.
It's like Section 8 at first base right now. And we'll see what they can do. Still 1 out in the inning. And a 7-5 Panther lead here. 6 consecutive runs by the team in gray and purple today, making things difficult on the Crusaders.
Yeah, it looks like they retained their school colors when they split schools with Nashua. They got to keep the old logo and stuff.
Well, Nate Matson, who is 0 for 1 with a walk, takes a ball, too. So he's looking for his second consecutive inning with a second consecutive walk.
He's definitely pitching it down the middle. He's just missing high and low because they're definitely covering the plate, but it's not. It's below the knees and higher than the letters. That's in there.
Finally.
Thank you.
Getting a strike call. So now the count is 2-1.
If that wasn't a strike, Kyle, I don't know. I would have to just assume nothing is. That was a good pitch, so 2-1.
Throw to first.
Ooh, I don't know. I guess I'm probably leaning towards it being an out, maybe, but I think he had him on that one.
Obviously, Brian Troop is a good
Oh,
95 feet away from making that call, but he says he was safe. And now to second. Oh, gets away out to center field.
Oh, he got him going first. Oh, he had him leaning.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, if he had thrown to first, I guarantee.
I'm saying Rivera, I said I was a little hard on him last time for not coming in and backing up the throw. You just got to be ready. And if it takes a little effort, even if you get to cheat a little bit, because the last thing you want to do is get second and third right now.
Well, Melu and Castro talk things over here.
And these runners are definitely getting his attention this time. So I know I said pay attention, just don't pay too much attention. You got to focus on this batter as well. So tough duty I'm signing him up for.
2-1 count.
Good pitch. Ooh.
Does not get any whites.
So that was a little outside. It looked like a changeup, and just makes it a little harder now. But he can fight back here. A double play ball would be ideal.
Would love to see that with 1 out. 3-1 count. Strike is the call.
Little Sherman Williams there on the paint. Gets the call, and that was a big one.
Now, count full.
Fastball.
Manny Castro running out of pitches. His day might be over after this inning. A throw to second.
Again, Rivera, I don't know. You got to kind of back that up a little bit. He didn't even kind of get off his heels there.
He was there.
No, way back.
Oh,
center
fielder. Yeah, it's
a hustle game. Wow, look at this lead. He's not like, oh, there you go. Wow, he's about 8 yards. He's off.
taken off and fouled over our head for the 5th time in this inning.
I was saying, you seen the Sandlot when they run out of baseballs. I don't want to go pickle the beast out there.
We'll see if Zach Johnston or someone comes up here to get these foul balls, as they're going to be running out of baseballs in no time with the way things are going. Full count and
crap.
smash out into
Wow.
left field. He's still running. It hits the fence. The 312 mark. That will bring in 1 run. The throw home might be in time. We'll see. Oh, look at that. Beautiful throw by Xander Rivera to Ben Melu. Will get the out right there. But Panthers do score 1 to increase their lead to 8-5. What a hit right there.
That was smoked off the 312 sign like you mentioned. I'm surprised the coach sent him on that. I mean, he was out by a good mile and a half.
At least 30 feet for sure.
But they completed the play, so good job. And, only 1 run got in.
He gets the RBI as Mattson, and now we have the number 9 batter doing his job in Hunter Ward, who struck out and walked and scored a run in the 3rd. And here he is, 3rd consecutive inning up to bat.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch. I must have missed high.
Cunningham not able to get this, and we'll see what they do. They're rounding him, going across. The throw is going to be cut off, and the Panthers will score the 9th run of the day. 8 consecutive runs have come across the board, and Mattson, who was able to get that RBI, smoked that ball, comes across the plate, and Hunter Ward will stand at first base, and now the ball is being taken out of Manny Castro's hand, and Michael, we will get a new pitcher here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, he cut that ball off like Peter cuts my mic off on the morning show.
Peter White, obviously, the morning show with Peter White from 7 to 9 on 95.3, but we will...
Why didn't he let that ball go through, Kyle? Why do you think he did that?
Well, we'll discuss that after. We'll let the shortstop, Xander Rivera, come in and do the pitching duties here. Actually, it's going to be Alexis Rivera will be doing the pitching duty. We'll be back to see what happens. More baseball coverage here on Manchester Public Television after this. Well, Alexis Rivera comes in with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Panthers have scored a couple runs. Now the throw to first. McNelly able to catch that, but not before Hunter Ward is safely back to the bag.
So it looks like, Xander's going to go to center field. Alexa will be pitching, and then Manny will go to shortstop.
Melu with the throw is, just not caught cleanly.
I mean, he's making some great throws, though, I got to say. Some really tight throws down to second.
Adam Jeffrey having a great day at second base, just not able to catch some of these throws by Melu. But also at the same time, it's like multitasking. You got to catch it and then swipe it. and sometimes you try to swipe before you have the ball safely in your glove.
Yeah, it's all one motion. It really is an art form.
Oh,
That's
sent
smoked.
out. Let's see.
It's over his head.
Running backwards. That's
Ooh,
going to
yeah.
bounce over for a ground rule double, but
Boy.
not before Hunter Ward comes around to make this a 10-5 Panther lead.
Just like that, huh?
Ground rule double right there. And Devin Sawyer, who has had a tough go of things on the day, going 0 for 3, finally gets an RBI and a hit here to help his cause for the Panthers.
Yeah, that ball felt a little bouncier when I threw it back to the umpire, so I hope that wasn't that one.
Well, either way, it's unfortunately just not able to get that. Caden Berube was on his horse, but he was running, he was looking at the fair.
Yeah,
and,
it was way over his head. That thing was hit harder than the 312 ball. I mean, that thing was going. The thing about Memorial is they've had 2 outs all season long. It's just hard to get that third out.
It's certainly not the easiest for sure, as the Crusaders, who have had a tough go of things, 1-6 on the season. Again, looking good through the first couple innings, but the wheels have kind of fallen off.
Go
and
get
now
it.
sending it out is Tanaka.
Xander, go get it.
Oh, just not able to get that, and that's going to bounce around a little bit in the warning track, able to come around and score, and now the throw to third is not in time, and Tanaka is safe at third base with an RBI triple.
Tanaka, my favorite for the MVP so far, on base 4 times today, 2 for 2, and that's a nice triple right there. Those are hard to get triples.
He scored twice as well, so yeah, easily a case for player of the game right now.
Xander just, I think, the ball tails here. We all know that.
The wind's going in that direction.
Usually a shortstop, but he did come in a little bit. You want your first step to be backwards as an outfielder.
Ball inside, goes for ball 1 to Dean Adams, the new pitcher here. Loving things here in the 5th inning, as Hedquist on deck was the leadoff hitter in this inning. Ball low. 2 outs here, though.
A lot of pressure on May to make sure there's no pass ball here, because it's already getting a little out of hand already. 6-run lead.
Now he smokes one, but that is going to be fouled.
See if it hits the pole. Nope.
Not easy since
wonder why he didn't just go
Rivera
get it.
comes in, giving up a ground rule double and a triple here. And now,
boy.
up in the air. Let's see. Making a play out of it. Oh, had to jump and make that catch. Not an easy out, number 3.
Still an out. Good
It
job.
still works, but Brendan Shipe, a good job to make that catch, but not before the damage is done, as 5 runs come across the board. And now the Crusaders in trouble, down 11-5. The Bats have got to get things going here, and we'll see the likes of Xander Rivera, Caden Berube, and Ben Maylou back with more Manchester Public Television coverage after this. The heart of the lineup right here, hoping to do some damage to get things back in command here, as Xander Rivera, the first batter, takes a called strike 1.
That was a nasty pitch to start the inning right there. That curveball had some movement to it.
Dean Adams, who just flew out again, is the pitcher for the Panthers. And now a little ground ball. We'll see the play. Oh!
Good play.
Able to keep his foot on the bag as Hedquist. And, wow, not an easy throw there at all by the shortstop, but able to do his thing and
He looked like Jeter
make
on
the
that.
play. Hunter Ward.
That way he threw the ball, it was very Jeter-esque. Even rocking his number.
Well, here we go.
Oh, boy.
First pitch grounded out to the second baseman, Hedquist, able to get the out again. Strong first baseman there, and an easy play right there by number 5 in Devin Sawyer. And now, quickly, there are 2 outs for number 9 in Ben Maylou.
Yeah, Ben Maylou, the only sophomore on the squad. He can't swing first pitch here. This is way too easy for Nashua.
Oh, it was a strike, though, either way.
He's really settled in, and he's pitching great. And Memorial, that's such a quick inning so far. Oh,
Maylou swings and misses. already 0 for 2 on the day. We'll see if he can avoid going 0 for 3, but has got to figure out this fastball coming at him.
Yeah.
Fouls one. At least he made contact.
That's the first start. It's like basketball. I always say you got to make that layup before you start sticking threes. But, yeah, he was a shortstop last year, converted to catcher this year.
Doing a great job.
Absolutely. Ooh.
Try to get him chasing.
So, yeah, that foul ball extends the at-bat. You know, anything can happen here. But I'm impressed by the relief pitching right here for sure. Ooh.
Oh, he does not get him. Everyone thought. All the Panthers were starting to head towards the dugout.
I mean, I was about to take a sip of water and call it an inning. So
that's boy. Caleb Rich is not pleased with that call at all.
Yeah, fastball.
And now sent up the middle, but
eats him up. So there you go. Another chance.
Wow.
That's good. They got a guy on now. And, you know, if that's what it takes to rattle Rich, you know, then they'll take it. But, yeah. He threw that extra hard, that pitch right there. I feel like he took his frustration out on that fastball.
When Melu was able to see that and hit it towards second base, you got to give that an E4 for sure. As literally, I think that Devin Sawyer should have gotten that. But either way, it's now Dean Adams in control here on the pitcher's mound. Again, leading by 6 runs are the Panthers.
Yeah, I expect them to go here at some point. No.
Oh. Little trouble here from Adams again. Slips on the landing spot.
I guess you could call it that, yeah. The hole in the mound.
The hole in the mound, yeah, whatever you want to see. But now, fouling it off him, that does not feel right. Isaiah kind of dancing around and takes a moment here as that did not feel good.
No, those hurt. And, they hurt. Okay, there's 2 phases. It hurts right away, then it goes away, and then tonight it hurts even more.
Well, he steps in the batter's box. A 1-2 count from Adams. Runner at first. And the pitch. Sent out into the outfield. But for the second inning in a row, a play by the right fielder able to end things. Matson, who had that double last inning,
You're right.
He was able to get that out. And
second time in a row, he's ended the inning on a decent play.
Unfortunately, 3 outs right there. And after 5 innings, we still have a 11-5 Nashua South lead. More Manchester Public Television coverage. Michael Gonzalez and Kai Levy after this. Well, we have a lot of changes here for the Crusaders in the top of the 6th inning. Now pitching is none other than Isaiah Solis. Moving back to center field is Alexis Rivera, and Adam Jeffries taken out of the game. Moving to second base is Xander Rivera. So all sorts of changes here for the Crusaders, and again, Panthers leading this by a score of 11-5. Michael Gonzalez, what do you have to say? What's going on here? What are your thoughts?
It seems like Xander's their first guy out of the bullpen usually. He came in, he pitched well at first, and then it kind of got to him. I'm sure coach is like, why burn him in another inning? You know, it's 11-5, just like that, and they're going to see what Solis can do.
Well, Hedquist, who is the batter here, has had a decent day of things. A single, scored on an error in the 3rd, and struck out as the first out, and he will take a base on balls right here to start the 6th inning. And not a good way to start things off for the Crusaders.
No, Isaiah Solis was throwing all strikes during warm-ups, but, boy, it changes when you put in that batter.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree. As,
real catcher.
I always looked great with warm-ups, and then you get a batter in there, and the pressure's on.
Oh, yeah.
And now we'll see what Jake O'Connor can do, who walked his last time at bat. And he sends one just past the mitt of Cunningham, and that will go for a single. So the first 2 batters for the Panthers able to get on base safely here in the top of the 6th.
Go Gadget Glove. That's what we needed there. But
it was
good hit. That had some pace to it, and that's why they call it the hot corner, Kyle.
Oh, it was like a hot pocket for sure. He was able to just send it right past him, and we'll see what the catcher Caleb Rich can do here.
Careful those meatball hot pockets. They get boiling in the middle.
Rich has been a little bit quieter compared to everyone else. He grounded out to third base his first time at bat.
Took one off the arm last time, right?
No, that's the next batter, and Nick Shaw. He was able to have an RBI single last inning, bringing in Jake O'Connor.
I can tell you what looking at his face, he comes to play though. He's got that demeanor.
He's done a great job as catching today. You got to give him props on that. Obviously, his throws to second really haven't seen too much as it's been a quiet couple innings here for the Crusaders.
It's been efficient for Nashua on defense for sure.
Again, the first two innings were a lot of base on balls and errors for the Crusaders, but ever since they've been very quiet with their bats. Not having much more than 3 or 4 batters through the fourth and fifth innings. But on the other hand, South has been really doing good things with their bats.
One team went up, one team went down in the swing, and you can see it. Walks have been killing Memorial all season. Ooh, wow.
Off.
He was going for the old, looks like a merry-go-round out there.
Well,
carousel. He was going for the carousel on that one.
The carousel out there in left field. We'll try to get that at some point or another to show it off to the viewers at home. But a full count here with no outs. Inside pitch goes for ball 4, and that will put the bases loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. And we will mention the carousel now, as it seems like that's what the Panthers have been doing. Carousel around the base paths.
Round and round. Yeah, and I guess Ed Eamon has nowhere to go tonight because he's more than gracious to squeeze him for another ball call there.
Well, we missed, ball 1 there. It's Nick Shaw, who was the one hit by a pitch his last at-bat.
Yeah, they got to nip this problem in the bud. Like, that's been, Memorial's. I mean, there was one game where I think they walked 15, 18 people.
Yeah, that.
So, like, it's just something that will always come back and punch you in the face.
And he sends one that will land in foul territory.
Save your effort.
See what Berube can do. He is not able to get to it. Gets through the netting there. And that goes for a extremely long strike number 1 there.
Yeah, that's one of those balls that you're not going to get to. So
now sent through the infield. One Panther comes around to score. They're going to keep him at third as he slipped and fell.
Yeah.
And Jake O'Connor doing a little slipping and sliding, but it works for an RBI single for Nick Shaw. And
that's not a bad idea, though. I mean, you're getting runs at will. Why run into an out when you have an obvious rally going on with bases juice and no outs?
Now a little ground ball. We'll see what the Xander brothers can do.
Oh,
just not able to stay on the bag. A tough throw from Xander Rivera, but they get the out at second. But another run does come around, and now it is a 13-5 game. Runners at the corners for the Panthers, and Solis has got to figure things out here to try to keep these runs off the board.
Well, Nashua doesn't care about the score. They're trying to mercy rule them here because they just took second with no effort there. Like, Mayu, what are you going to do, though? There's nowhere to throw to. There's no one even covering.
And now sent out. This is going to get over Alexis and see if they send him. The arm goes around and coming to the plate. We'll see. Not in time. And now the throw to first is not in time as well. And the Panthers have put 14 consecutive runs on the board and now 15. Lead this game 15-5.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm seeing that Ferris wheel go round and round and round because right now nothing can stop them from scoring. I mean, they're scoring. They got touchdown numbers right now, 15-5, just like that. It seems like it was just 5-1.
And now the leadoff hitter in the game, the number 1 spot, Devin Sawyer.
You're right. That's 14 unanswered runs. Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Well, this is why I keep myself mentally sharp as much as I can, Michael.
Boy, do you.
And Sawyer sends one out to left field as well.
Batting
Good job
practice
by Berube to keep that to just a single, as that had some juice on it for sure.
It's batting practice because everyone's getting a hit. Like, that coach has seen enough, I'm sure.
Oh, he's going to come out, and it looks like Solis might be getting the plug pulled on him here in this 6th inning.
I wonder who they're going to go to because right now
looks like we might be going to Caden Berube, who is way out in left field, and just not an easy inning here by Isaiah Solis, who gives up a number of runs here, and it leads base runners at first and second here, and we'll see what the Crusaders can do to try to get a couple more outs. We'll take a break here and see what type of pitching we got from the young right-handed hitter. Back with more baseball coverage after this. Well, a new pitcher and a new batter here for the Panthers is it looks like it's Grant McCubby will be doing the hitting, and we'll see what Caden Berube can do on the pitcher's mound. First pitch is low for ball one. 4 runs have come around so far for the Panthers here in the top of the 6th inning, and they have a 10-run lead here with runners at first and second.
Is it me or does McCovey look like a giant?
He definitely seems like...
Look at those shoes. What are those, 19s?
Very, very large player here.
Yeah.
And ball gets away. Runners do not move up as we have Hunter Ward at second and Devin Sawyer, each with a couple RBI singles here, able to bring in some runs. And now we'll see what... I believe it looks like, I can't read the coach's handwriting, and he's going to ground one to Cunningham. Cunningham will get the base runner.
Yeah, he was out of the path. He didn't tag him, but umpire threw him out for going out of the path because he was a little off the track. He lost his breadcrumbs on that.
Yeah, he if it's Hansel and Gretel, he's lost in the woods.
Well, that's a good thing in that story.
You
don't want to make it to the witch's house.
Well, a fielder's choice right there puts Grant McCubby at first base, and now we'll see what another new hitter here, all sorts of, looks like it's Chase O'Brien doing the batting here for the Panthers.
So senior Berube coming in, doing some pitching. Interesting about him, he's a switch hitter. I wonder if he's a switch pitcher too. Probably not.
Probably not. Swinging a miss there by O'Brien, making it a 1-1 count.
You don't really see switch pitchers very often.
No, and this is the spot for Dean Adams. So kind of wondering.
Whoa.
Oh, sends one up in the air. McNelly ranging over.
Oh, he's going in. Xander comes in out of nowhere and almost makes a bid at it there, but he couldn't get to it. Great speed, though. He can close.
Man, it's a lot easier when you're just running for a line, but trying to catch a ball out of the air is not easy at all.
I mean, he's coming from the 40-yard line. He's almost in the touchdown area, so I think I got him at a 4.840 right there. This is never a fun position to be a pitcher, and you're just, you're eating up innings. You're not there to stop the game. You're there to get outs and move on to the next.
Ruby.
I don't know, he's throwing a knuckler or what?
I don't know what it is, but it gets
weird.
Xander to finally catch it, and that will do it. So Berube able to come in and get 2 consecutive outs, but it's do or die time for the Crusaders, down 10 runs, and we'll see the likes of 7, 8, 9 do up here. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Levy back with more of this fun game here after this. Connor McNelly, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 6th inning. McNelly's had a good day at the plate here, as he has gotten on base twice with a walk in the 2nd and a walk in the 3rd. So we'll see if he can walk his way up to first base again. But now it's a 1-1 count as that ball went foul to the first base side.
He has a good idea of the strike zone for sure. He's one of the starting pitchers in the rotation on this team. Actually, he throws very hard. Today he's playing first, so he must have impressed coach to get that extra playing time, Had a couple good plays in the dirt. Overall, good game for McNelly. I could see him staying out first for a couple games.
Well, we'll see what happens, as we will not see these Crusaders until next Friday night.
That had some pace, huh? That was a nice pitch. Very fast.
The count go full. Dean Adams still doing the pitching, coming in relief.
You know what this is, right, Kyle? It's a 15-5 game, so Memorial.
Oh, unable to get ahead of that one, and McNelly goes down by K, and Adams gets himself a strikeout, and now there's 1 out, and we'll see what number 16 can do here. I got to quickly look and see who number 16 is, as he has not been in the game. As it is Evan Souza. Oh, we're looking at the wrong team. Sorry.
Yeah, he looks like a call-up, and because he wasn't on the opening day roster there. But I was just about to say, Memorial is down to 2 outs or the game's over. Just like that. If my math is correct, 15 minus 5 is 10, right?
It's Matt Valero, I believe that's how you looking at this. Again, it's always difficult reading the coach's handwritings, so please forgive us if we're not saying your name, Matt.
Yeah, he's
correctly.
also a doctor on the side, I guess.
Varlero. And
Whoa,
he
look at
sends it
that.
up into the
Well done.
outfield. It's going to go for a single.
Good
and
job.
Crusaders still alive.
I remember when I was a sophomore on JV and I got my call-up and I got my first hit. That was just so awesome. I'm not sure if that's the situation, but that was a hit that I was very impressed with that.
Well, it looks like Rolo Velez here, the new batter. So we're getting some names,
Yeah.
Michael, that we have not said so far this season.
Get them in, Coach. I like it. Why not get everyone in a game like this?
Adams comes back with a fastball strike and
If you're not going to
gets
get
ahead
them,
in the count this time.
if you can't get in a game like this, it's going to be tough. So, good job, with Coach. At least getting some people some nice experience.
Just outside, he looked like he wanted to swing, but it had some speed to it. Velez coming in the spot for Brendan Shipe. Fouls one towards his teammates. My goodness.
Yeah, that wasn't nice.
You had a better angle to see if all the Crusaders running around.
He said, "Take that." No, he didn't say that.
He didn't say that, but now he's down in the count 1-2, and Dean Adams would love to get himself a second K of the inning.
Probably a strike. A fastball I would go with because he's way behind that. Ooh, little up, I guess.
I guess that's what we're going to say.
We're going to say he's consistent today. Let's say that.
Well, it's 2-2 count. Adams taking a peer over at first base. Matt Varlero. Oh,
whoa,
inside.
hey,
He
welcome to the bigs.
takes a
Yikes.
quick
Wow.
drop to the ground here, and now count goes full.
Good job hitting the dirt on that one. You don't want one off the face. Never.
The
There you
pitch
go,
is strike 3,
No doubter there, huh?
and Velez gets a quick little
Little love.
love from Alexis Rivera, and now with 2 outs, it is now up to the center fielder who did come in and pitch an inning, gave up a couple runs, but overall he's had a decent day with a couple times on base.
He always
an
has.
RBI.
He seems to be one of the bright shining spots on the Crusaders lineup every game. He does something good for the team. He's a good player, good addition to the team for sure.
And it'll ground ball. We'll see if they have chime.
He's fast.
The throw across
Ooh.
is not in time, and Alexis Rivera
Wow.
able to keep this game going, beating out a infield single there. And
Giving Manny another crack at it.
Manny
at the
Castro, who came in and was the pitcher, is in line for the loss right now and would love to get himself a clean hit and some more RBIs as he was able to score in the first and had a sack RBI in the second. And he hits
Whoa.
one right at us.
All right, I moved on that one. I'm not going to lie. But that was coming.
And it wasn't even coming at you.
It was a little at me. But, that was a bang-bang play at first for Alexis, and he really, that was so close, but he just flies. Both of those brothers just fly.
Outside pitch, able to hold on to that.
Like, that's 99 Madden speed right there.
Caleb Rich, again, the catcher, doing his thing pretty well. And Dean Adams needs some work here to get this third out. High upstairs, and Manny was pressed to.
Yeah, he don't like to move out of the way.
No, we've seen it a
stubborn.
couple times.
Yeah, it's showmanship.
Pair of singles for the Crusaders, keeping things going here.
Ooh, that one
Fouled off of Caleb Rich's head.
Yeah, that's my
Umpire asked if he's okay. Obviously, concussions are a serious thing
For
in
real.
this world. You don't want to get concussed in high school.
You end up like me.
A 2-2 count. Dean Adams with the pitch. Fouled back.
Never an easy out. I mean, I think we see him strike out a handful of times. I say it all season. Like, he's going to put the ball in play normally, and does a good job extending the at-bat. Manny Castro with a 2-2 count here.
We've seen him strike out once a couple weeks ago, and he sends one out, and the right fielder running backwards and is able to make the catch.
He's had a good game.
Matson is able to get the third out, and the Panthers down 5-1 once in this game come back and get the Mercy Rule 15-5 victory.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say gonna have to go with Hedwick as the MVP.
Hedquist, you're gonna give it to him?
I'm gonna give it to him.
Well, I'm gonna give it to Tanaka, who was able to do a good job. A lot of RBIs, a couple walks, a single, a triple, and the Panthers come up to Gill Stadium and get this victory.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts for you, Michael?
I mean, what can I say? Memorial had a 5-1 lead. Just build on that, and it's like the double black diamond hill on a slope. It goes down quick.
Not an easy day whatsoever, and that will drop the
What do you say if your
Crusaders to 1-7, while the Nashua South will jump up to 4-3 on the year, and these teams will be playing again later on next week as school vacation week will be over. And for Memorial, they'll be facing Alvern, which is a great opportunity to get a victory. Right. We'll see them next Friday night versus Central West.
Yes, that's the big one, right?
For the Nashua South, they'll be facing none other than Dover, who just beat Bishop Girton last weekend to get the first loss of the year. But we'll end this broadcast for now. It's been a good one here as, again, the Panthers take it over the Crusaders by a final score of 15-5. For Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lar, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick. For Michael Gonzalez, I'm Kyle Levy. We'll be back with game number 2, the Timberlane Owls and the Central West Kings. We'll see you again soon. Thank you all very much for watching, and have a good night.